Hello people, and welcome back to part 51 of Big Easier, the city's Skylines build guide. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And we are just hanging out here by the new rail interchange, which is still mega busy in the new part of town. And thank you for the support on the new town centre video. This video did really well, and you guys really enjoyed it. And it is certainly looking nice, but in today's episode we are going to be taking a break from the kind of suburban themed builds that have been kind of the focus of the last few episodes, because it is time to build our airport. Now, looking at the terrain kind of for the rest of the map, there's no real flat spaces left anymore. Like, we've got kind of the foothills nearby to the downtown over here. Like, this really isn't suitable. It would be a pain to get the land ready for this. Kind of, you know, the downtowns are full, and if you're kind of looking at the size of the airport itself, it's a pretty big building, and plus all the kind of infrastructure that needs to hang around that as well. You know, this side of the river, not suitable. Likewise over here, we're coming into more kind of foothills here. We've got a little bit of traffic backing up too. We do need to sort this interchange out at some point. But yeah, so it's kind of come to me that we need to build an island in order to accommodate our airport. Now, the two spaces that are jumping out at me is either this cove here. This one might be a little small. I think we'll be really pushing it here, but kind of this big square here. We've got a nice bit of open water. There's no ferries that pass through here. And I think it'd be really cool to kind of build a man-made island where the Boguzia airport will run. And we're going to be using kind of the international airport that comes with the After Dark DLC, I think. And the regular airport that is in the base game. So we're going to be combining the two. It's not necessary because, you know, they both do the same thing, so having them so close to one another is a little bit pointless, I guess. But, you know, it's kind of that big airfield kind of thing. So, you know, the small one will be like Terminal 1, and then the larger will be like Terminals 2, 3 and 4, I guess. But yeah, got all the little public transit icons that are flying about the city. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump into a time lapse of me terraforming and flooding this entire area, and we're probably going to delete this oil industry as well because it looks horrible and it is really just a means to unlock some of the assets, and now we have them, we can design a much better looking or oil industry area, sorry. So that'll certainly be probably done in a live stream. But anyway, on to today's episode. Let's build ourselves an airport island. Okay, so here we go. Nice big platform. It looks very ugly at the moment, but don't worry, we will be definitely tidying this thing up with a hell of a lot of detailing. Maybe some keys along the side here as well, so it looks like it isn't just sat on kind of a mound of dirt and sand. We'll definitely do some nice things with this. So let's go ahead first and place our main asset as always, which is going to be the international airport. I think we're going to have this thing probably about here. Boom. That should do nicely, I think. Okay, and then to place the other airport, kind of the regular one, we actually need a roadside for this. So I'm going to grab a one-way industrial road. And we'll kind of talk about the one-way system that's going to be implemented here in a moment as well. So you can actually snap to the road guidelines of the runway, which is really helpful. So I'm going to bring a road down here and then probably have it kind of run the length there. And that might be a little too deep. Yeah, let's push the road back a little bit because I want kind of the runways to be back to back here. That's kind of the feel I'm going for. So let's maybe bring it a little closer in, and then we can delete this one right here. And by drawing the line up to the snap points of the other runway, it's going to kind of ensure that we're as parallel as possible. how are we doing here? Yeah, so the runways have got kind of like a little bit of a raised thing going on. I'm not actually too bothered about that. I think that's quite nice. Adds a little bit of texture to what will otherwise just be a lot of kind of flat grass. So I'm happy with that. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's talk about the road connections. So there's going to be some major infrastructure changes over here. So right now, the only way over to this part of Biguzia is via this single 2-lane highway that runs all the way along and joins up past the waterfall and then past Biguzia Dam, which is kind of, you know, more well unknown. However, I may also build in another highway interchange here, just a very small slip lane that allows people to cross over the bay and kind of join up with the airport road here. We will see. But anyway, let's begin by placing in kind of the main road. So for the entrance, I'm going to be using the 2-lane highways with all our snapping on, and I'm going to try and draw this as close to the edge of the thing like that. I'm just double checking that the terraforming isn't giving us anything too crazy. And then again, I'll probably come out similarly up to this side. And then again, it's going to give us that nice little kind of dip in texture here as well. It'd be great to do some detailing with some nice trees. Kind of, you know, as you run up into the airport, it's all very kind of landscaped and lots of nice terraforming. So we'll just draw these roads out a little further. Up to there, and then we'll decide what kind of interchange we want to build here. So you can imagine how this road, this new highway exit, and the airport are all going to kind of converge into one interchange. It'll be a 3-way interchange, obviously, maybe even 4-way, because we might even give the oil industry an area for itself to slip on and off the highway. That might be really good. We'll see. We'll see how things develop, but that is definitely a project for another time. We may do it today, I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Anyway, let's go ahead and delete a bunch of these rocks that are flying around. Get rid of those. And anything along here. Alright. So, we now need to hook up into our airport. So, the roads here are 2-way. However, I'm going to force a 1-way system around the airport. So we'll bring our road out. Let's go to our curve tool, and we're going to come out by 10 and then curve by 10, and then we're going to keep this guy going straight because he will be on the exit road. So we'll just keep him going just like that. That's fine. Okay, then we'll bring this guy up. And then let's also bring a road out here just so we know kind of where we're snapping to. Okay, so that's going to give guys a way into the international airport. That's wonderful. However, we also need to factor in this airport as well, so we will go for that. I'm just wondering the best way. I think probably let's snap onto the road guideline of the runways, and again kind of something similar here. See, we're coming out by 6 right there. So we'll come up by 6 again and hook up. And I'm going to leave this as the industrial road just so it slows people down as they approach the terminal. Again, looks like we're coming off on a little bit of an angle here, doesn't it? So let's delete that up to there. That's fine. And then we'll come out on an angle, ready for this guy to kind of hook up nicely. And it's a very slight freeform tool. And then people will be able to kind of maneuver off onto that way. Okay, that's very nice so far. Let's carry on the other side. Again, this may be subject to change, so we'll just kind of see how things go. Let's double check the length here just so we get a little bit of symmetry in. So from the end of the highway road up until the terminal is 480. So let's do that. There we go. And then switch back to the highway, which is going to be a high-speed road. People will be able to kind of zoom around this. And again, I'm going to make sure I'm snapping onto this road up here. Let's bring it down and keep our directions in the same way. We are going to have some nice kind of like little parks and plazas in front of the airport as well. like there will be, you know, a little bit of kind of civilization here. It's not going to be totally just kind of transport infrastructure. We'll see how it goes anyway. And then hook up perfectly. Fantastic. Okay, I'm actually really liking the way that the roads are almost raising up on this build. Although we are about to get a ton of flooding when we play the game, the map will lose its mind when we play the game after this. It'll be like, what on earth? Okay, again, just keeping my road guidelines nice and smooth with each other, and that's going to give us these really smooth bends as people move about the airport. Oh, and we're just a little bit out of line. Let's actually make sure that we snap onto that actually. Let's bring this guy, let's keep bringing him down. Just little bits at a time, and then there's the runway snap point. And then we can hook up to him just like that. And then that's going to fly back out of the airport, and we'll be good to go. Alright guys, we are ready to hit play. Here we go. The map should momentarily kind of, oh, there we go. It's realising what we've done. It is always fun playing with the terraforming. We'll see how much kind of water displacement we get here. We may also add a little ferry terminal onto the island as well, and then kind of hook it into the ferry lines that we've got going on around Bigusia. That might be a really nice way to make the ferries a little bit busier. Yeah, well, I'm assuming you guys will find this fun, so we'll just watch this unfold. Whilst it does unfold, thank you for 2,000 subscribers, by the way. We hit the milestone over the weekend. Massive, thank you so much. The new How to Start Your City video did tremendously well, and as did the new modular build as well. You guys really enjoyed the Green Cities Canal stuff, which makes me very happy. Oh dear, here we go. It is slowly creeping up the shoreline. Oh no. The cars have merged into one another. The force of the water is so strong it is combining metals. Ah. So our little divots, because of the roads, have caused us to develop little lakes. I was not expecting that. I'm hoping it'll go away. Actually looks quite nice to have like a little lake in here. I don't want it here. This stuff can go away. But yeah, I'm hoping that does disappear. But anyway guys, we'll cut back once the game has realised who it is again, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so the University Town beach has suffered from a little bit of a tsunami, but it is slowly recovering as the water finds its place in the world. And a little bit of flooding down on the roads over here, but you know, this is a kind of an obsolete road now anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And I've also just reworked this road here, so the slip lane comes off into the international whilst the main road carries on into the smaller terminal. And I also just kind of broke a couple of little roads just to allow the water to spill out. We can hook these back up again now. I actually think I might keep this little lake. We'll see what you guys think of it anyway. But yeah, anyway. When the grass comes back, these trees will reappear. You can see they're a little dead right now because it thinks it's kind of like on the beach. But I'm hoping that the grass will eventually regrow here, which will be nice. Anyway, let's have a little look here whilst that grass does grow at our transport infrastructure. So we could just go for one of the regular old vanilla interchanges. We can raise these things up. So if we were to plant that there, how would it look? How would it look? I think we'll build our own. Yeah, I think we will build our own. Alright guys, 2 days later, it's done. So we're finally recorded on a separate day here, and I think I'm finally happy with what we have going on. Now there are certainly some changes to be made to what we're about to show you, so if you'd like to see those changes, then tune in for Saturday's live stream, which will be 5 PM UK time on Saturday, of course. And we'll go through and tidy these things up a little bit, add in a lot of bit of detailing, kind of where we have these little tiered roads here, do some really nice things with this. But yeah, let's run through what we've done. So, the old road into the new suburbia, which we've been working on recently, was previously a tunnel, and it now kind of runs parallel alongside this rail line. It's going to be really nice to kind of drop in some fencing along here and kind of see the trains follow the highway. That'd be really cool. And then we come into kind of this little kind of inter-switch way, I guess. So coming off of the new highway, which is feeding the airport, they're going to come down onto this 6-lane road. People heading this way can merge on that way, and coming off this way, they can head this way. People wanting to merge on towards the airport heading this way into the suburbia can come up this slip lane here. And you can kind of see how they're just merging on from there. And then if they want to kind of turn around and get on, no, I've just noticed actually they are actually switching directions here, so we'll quickly make that turn impossible for them. No left turn, thank you very much. You will proceed straight on. So yeah, you can see now how this thing is kind of working out for them. Alright, nice and easy. Don't think it looks too bad. I kind of mess with the curves a little bit. Like this is a little bit roller coastery. You know, move it would certainly make this easier to kind of straighten it out, but it's not looking too bad for right now. And then you can kind of see how the train flows between the infrastructure and then back into the train station over here. So let's have a little double check on our lines, make sure we're doing alright. Yeah, there is a lot of people on this line, isn't there? 593 at one of them. Which station is this? This one over here in the university town. Yeah, we need to add some more train lines onto that. Yeah, so that's that interchange over by the suburbia. You can see how it's kind of flowing nicely now. Everyone's happy. And then approaching the highway, we come back into kind of... This was just a generic three-way one that we placed in. This is just your simple three-way intersection, one of these. Nice and simple, pretty obvious how this works. And then we have a brand new suspension bridge, which is matching the Biguzia Bay kind of suspension down here. This one's super busy as well. And then as we kind of zoom back over, we're coming into, again, a kind of a messy but functional interchange. So people arriving from the airport are coming out this way, and they're heading around this curve. Surprisingly enough, most of them don't really care about the university town. They want to get on the highway, and then they're merging on, and then they're coming out down here onto kind of the main highway, which takes them into the rest of the map. So they're kind of joining this nice little switchway that we've got going on. And then also kind of coming out the opposite direction, there's a nice little spiral ramp. And you can see how we've kind of broken the highway, so it flows kind of around this major suspension bridge, which will become the primary connection. So yeah, just kind of pause the game and see how it flows. This right here is extremely dangerous. You would never see this in real life, but like I said, you know, we'll tidy things up like this on the live stream. I really just wanted to make this interchange somewhat functional. You know, cars merging onto the spiral ramp or crossing the path of people merging out of the tunnel. Super dangerous. Like this would never happen in real life. But yeah. So it's flowing nicely for right now, and it's functional, which is what I wanted it to be for this episode. But you know, if you want to kind of see these things tidied up and straightened out a little bit, then don't forget to pop by for the live stream. And then right here we have you know, people merging out of the airport. So there's one thing we need to mention about the international airport. As we look at our public transport and we come to look at metro, we can see that the international airport actually comes with a metro station integrated into it. However, if you do hook this into your metro network, you will find, at least in my experience, maybe it's different for you guys, that the vast majority of the people that arrive at the airport, they will use the metro, and that means that they don't really kind of drive out of the airport, and that's not the feel I wanted to go for. It is totally more efficient to hook your airport into the metro system, but you know, I wanted this place to feel busy. I want a lot of cars coming out of here, you know, lots of people moving around. So I want it to be a really kind of busy part of the map. So for that reason only, I am not going to hook the international airport into any kind of metro system. If you want efficiency and you want to really boost your public transport numbers, then by all means hook this guy up, because it will kind of boost your metro massively. But anyway, yeah, look, lots of cars coming around. It's very, very nice. I like it a lot. I really do. Yeah, a whole bunch of people coming out here. So this right here is an issue, but we are going to fix this, and that's what we're going to work right now. So obviously lots of people coming in at one go, kind of whole plane loads, and it does force the backup a little bit. They're all trying to come on at once, but you know, we'll easily be able to fix that. Alright, so we've kind of placed in a little bit of a roundabout here, so you can see now this is what I'm talking about. Airport looks very busy. They're all merging into kind of the one-way flow that we had going on around the airport. You know, if we had this hooked up to the metro right now, this would not look like that. They would all be taking the metro instead. So it's looking super busy, and that makes me very happy. So I do want a method of public transport on this island. However, I want to kind of see that public transport being used. So we're going to add a train station into this roundabout. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, so look at this right now. Yes. Yeah, boy. They're coming. They are coming over. It's fantastic to see so many people. We're getting a little bit of train backup, but I think that's just due to how many trains there are on the line. The line is so busy. We may even have to, yeah, there's a third one coming in here as well. They are just about clearing. Looks like they're backing up kind of 2 at a time. Okay guys, so the issue with this is that there's just so many people on the train lines that we're going to need a multi-platform end station to cope with the amount of people that are choosing to use it. But you can see how crazy it is. So many people. Like, look at all this. So many people using the paths, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted. But you know, this smaller train station and the rail line, it just can't handle this many trains coming in. So a multi-platform end train station will allow the trains to come in on 2 separate platforms at a time. And that's just going to allow for greater volume and greater flow, because they are still kind of flowing around their own network and kind of heading off back to this place as well, which is still so mega busy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, so it is in, finally. After a whole bunch of messing around, we finally have the multi-platform end station in. So this thing can now handle a lot more trains. You can see how the lines merge onto... It's kind of a shame that we don't really have an in-between the regular train station and kind of the major inner city ones. But, you know, it's I guess we have to do what we have without the workshop, I guess. And we've hooked up the path right now, coming out of the small airport. And we can see a whole bunch of people choosing to come down here and kind of follow this down. Also popped in a little plaza, just kind of a focus point. And now we'll begin to see this already. You can see how many people are choosing to cross over the roads. I just kind of lined the road with the zoo path just for a little bit of decoration. And yeah, it is coming together lovely. So no more train backup. That's been fixed, thankfully. Time for a detailing time lapse finally, and we'll kind of mess about with the island and do some nice things with the train station, and we can finally call it a day, because this has taken forever to record.
You
Okay guys, that is going to do it for today. Sorry if this episode felt a little disjointed. Like I said, it has been recorded over a couple of days and there are still a bunch of things you can add to this island which you can catch in Saturday's live stream, which will be very, very fun indeed. If you enjoyed the episode, a like below is always appreciated. Equally as much if you didn't enjoy it, please feel free to leave a dislike and let me know why down in the comments below. Like I said, certainly a good start, and we'll carry this thing on in the live stream on Saturday. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see how combining the two airports adds to that kind of grander, almost airport feel, and the two natural disaster helicopter buildings also kind of add some supplementary kind of almost air support, I guess, to the actual build itself. And we're definitely planning out for some suburbs with that kind of 4-lane road next to the highways, kind of surround the airport. And yeah, still lots to do, and I'm enjoying it. Thanks so much for 2,000 subscribers, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.